Hello and welcome to Talking Tech for your home-based business. We all know that our businesses run much better and you can be way more productive when you use the right systems and tools. I'm Michelle Guinn and I'm here to not only show you some really cool tools for your business, but also how to use them. The content in these videos are my own opinions, and I'm here to introduce you to tools that have made an impact on my own productivity and my business. Today we're going to talk about a system that I've personally used a lot that really helps me out with my daily productivity because it's a project management and task management system. And when you are in a position to know what your daily tasks are and have a way to track them, your productivity will skyrocket and go through the roof. So here we go. And remember to like and share this video and be sure to subscribe to my channel so you always have the latest and greatest information on the best tools and systems for your business. Now today we are going to be talking about Trello. Trello is, as I said earlier, a project management system. And you might say, well, Michelle, I don't really manage projects in my business. It's kind of not what I do. But think of it as your task management system as well. And let me tell you, from a productivity standpoint, if you're not tracking and writing down your tasks every single day, you're going to really struggle with your productivity. So that's why I love this tool so much, because it gives me a place to put down all my to-do lists, all my tasks, everything that I need to get done, whether it be personal or professional for my business. This is the one tool that I go to that allows me to just put everything in writing and be able to track it and everything else. So let's jump in. First of all, I just want to show you, this is the Trello login page. And when you create your account, this will be the page that you would go to, and I'll go ahead and put that link right down in the description box so you can just click it and get there really quickly. There are, as with many of the tools that we use, a free option as well as a paid option. Now personally, I've been able to use just the free option, and it's giving me everything that I've needed to track my tasks and or project flow that I've needed to have completed. So the choice is up to you, but there are options for that. And so besides the free version, let me go ahead and go to the pricing page here. There is what they call their business class version, which is just $10 a month if you pay it annually, or if you choose to go month to month, it's $12.50. So not that much really for such a great tool that's really going to help your productivity out. Should you choose to go with the paid version, there are lots of additional features that you could get with that. And then there is one more paid version that I'll go into just a little bit further once we get our account created and I show you how to log in. So let's jump over to that. Now this is what your home screen will look like once you've created your own login. Now I already have several boards created, and I will explain to you in just a moment what a board is. But first of all, I want to show you that additional pricing option that is available to you. So I'm just going to go to my profile and my settings. And over here where you see Trello Gold, okay, so this is going to be your additional paid option. And when you invite others to join Trello, it does give you credit for that, and it's what they call their Trello Gold. So if you want to learn a little bit more about what that is and what that includes, is Trello Gold gives you, on a personal level, if you're not ready to jump up to that business paid level, it allows you to get a few more features for a very reasonable price of just $5 per month or $45 per year. Now when you do invite others to join Trello, like say you want to share some of your tasks or some of your projects, then you do get credit towards this Trello Gold. So that's a great option, and it allows you to get some other premium features that the free version may not have available to you. So that's another option for you. So let me go ahead and just go back to my boards. And so let me explain to you what a board is. So your board is basically your foundation piece of what you want to create as far as either a to-do list, or say you have a project. You'll see for me here, I've done some expos in the past, so I created a board for us to prepare everything that we needed for the expo. You could use it for vacations. You could use it for coaching. Actually, this is a wonderful tool for those coaches out there who want to share documents or weekly progress reports with your coaching clients. This is a great tool for that. So your board is going to be your first and initial foundation of what you want to create. So I'm going to go ahead and create a new board, and the best way to do that, and now again this is our home screen, and you just click the plus button and you create a board. So up here you would just type in the name of your board, and I'm just going to type a test board here. Now if you already have invited others, as I have in the past, to share some of your boards, it's going to give you a drop-down list of those people, and you can choose to include those people as part of this board, or you can keep it as private. So I'm going to just make this one private right now because I don't want to share it with anyone else. And then these buttons over here allow you to change the background or the look and feel of your board, and we'll see what that looks like when I open it up. So I'm going to go ahead and click Create Board. And this is generally your workspace. So now we have a board created, and this background is what I chose when I just did that, showed you the little squares on the side as we were creating. If this is too busy for you, you don't like this picture, it's super easy to change that if you just go to the menu over here. And if this menu is not showing when you first log in, then you simply click Show Menu. And you can click here to change background. And you can choose from available stock photos, change that to however you want your board to look, or if you choose, you can use just plain colors as well. So it's really easy to change the look and feel of your boards. I like having different backgrounds for each board so that when I'm in it, I know that, oh, okay, this is this one. So let's use Yosemite. I've been there and it's an amazing place. But anyway, so once you've chosen your background, you've got the look and feel of your board, you're ready to start creating lists. Now lists, if you think of a structure, okay, so your board is going to be at the top of your structure, your list is going to be the next thing down in your structure. So each list that we create, now I'm going to say my first list is going to be my to-do list. And so you just click on it, you type in the name, and you click Add List. Don't forget to do that because otherwise it won't save. Then we're going to say, let's say I want to have a working list. So I'm going to take whatever my to-do list and I'm going to say, okay, I'm working on it now. So I'm going to create a working list. And then finally, I want to create a done list so that I can move things over from my task list that I've already completed. So now we have 3 lists that we're going to work from. So if you're thinking of your level, we've got your board and we've got a list. Now the next thing is you want to create things in your list. So these are your cards. So Trello calls them a card. So I'm going to add a card to my to-do list. And let's use this example of a vacation, okay? Because this is a personal thing that a lot of people prepare for, that you have so much and so much is going on, you get scattered, you have lists everywhere, what do I pack, how do I have my reservations done, you can put all that here in your Trello board. So if we're going on vacation to Yosemite, I love this, then we're going to, first of all, we're going to make our flight reservations. So we're going to say make flight reservations, HT reservations, okay? And always remember, you got to click that green button or it won't save, okay? So we've got our first item in the list, make flight reservations. Number 2, do I need a rental car? So let me say reserve rental car. All right, and then we want to say reserve hotel room. And then we want to put together a packing list, okay? So these are just examples of what you could do to create different to-dos or different tasks on your list. Okay, so once we have some items in our to-do list, let's say we want to dive a little bit deeper and add some detail to this so that we know exactly what it is we want to do. So under flight reservations, if you click on the card now that you have created, or you can click the little edit button, you can click open card. Now this is going to be your workspace for this particular card. Now, let's say I want to assign this flight reservations to my husband to do. So if I want to click on members, I can add team members. So you can either search or you can show other team members. And in just a moment, I'll show you how to add team members to this. Now I already have my husband listed, so I'm going to put him on here, and that's going to notify him to say, okay, you're supposed to be making these flight reservations. Now I may want to add a checklist. So I'm going to click checklist, and we'll just say, I'm just going to call it test. So we're going to add a checklist, okay? And then each item on the checklist. So we're going to say research pricing, okay? And then talk with Michelle about it, all right? And then we're going to say reserve flights. Okay, so this is just a very simplistic example of how you can use these checklists. So now I can even choose to add a due date on this. So we want to make sure that we have our flights as soon as possible. So I'm going to say, I really need you to have this done by Sunday, okay? So I'm going to pick the date and I'm going to hit save. And you can also set a reminder. You can set a reminder up to 2 days before, up to down all the way to the time. So I can set a date and time and say I want this done by Sunday at 2:30, and send me a reminder to know that whether this has been done or not, and hit save, okay? So now I have this make my flight reservations. It has a due date of March 4th. I'm going to get a reminder whether or not that's been done. Now, as he's going through and doing these things, he can then go ahead and check off each of these activities, okay? And once it's done, now it shows me when I come into the board, oh, this is all done. And then he can add comments, okay? Flights booked. If I could type. With Southwest, okay? And then hit save. And he could even put in the confirmation number. He could put in all the other information that we might need to have this done, and hit save. Another thing that you can do within this card is you can add attachments. So if you wanted to save your actual confirmation email from Southwest and add it into this card so that everything's all in one place, you can do that, and you would just click add attachment. Simple, simple, simple. Now, There's one more feature within this, and that's what I call labels. So you can assign different colored labels to your cards. And let's say we want to choose red, and we can call red urgent, okay? We can call green working. Now, however you want to label these different labels, and then you can choose, okay, I'm going to assign this one as urgent. So now it's red, and it's got the label of urgent. I need this done quickly, okay? So, and I can even uncheck these to show that the progress has not been finished. Okay, so that's your simple card. There's so much you can do within these cards. You can add a description if you need to add more details so that the person working on this, or even yourself, okay, I need to know this information about this particular task, and you can put that in there. We can add the attachments. Oh, one more nice thing about attachments is if you use Google Drive, Dropbox, OneDrive, you can attach directly from those. So that's a really cool feature as well, so that you don't have to worry about finding all your documents. If you know exactly where they're stored on your Dropbox or your Google Drive, you can attach them right here. Okay, so I'm gonna be done with this, okay? So now you see that my card has changed. My card now has a date on it, it has a message, it has a comment, and it has 3 tasks, and that it's assigned to my husband, and that it has a label, so it has a color. So again, I can go into this rental car reservation. I can add a due date, really simple. I'm going to leave this one for myself, so I'm not going to assign a member to it. I can add a description if I want to. I can add a label. We'll make this one yellow, and I don't have this one marked with a wording, which you can do by clicking this edit button, but I'm going to just leave it as it is. And I'm done, okay? So now we see how these cards start to look. Now, as you're working on your to-do list, you're working on your tasks. Let's say I'm doing something and I know it's going to take me a couple of days, but I've started it. So here's what I want to do is I want to go ahead and I want to move this card. Instead of having it in my to-do slot, I can move it over to my working slot. So now I know when I come into this board and I check it tomorrow, oh, I started working on this, let me go back in and see where I'm at and see what else I have to do. Now, if this is already complete, then you can click it and drag it and move it over to your done list. And this is how simple this program allows you to not only create tasks, but to move them into either working or complete, and really manage how everything that you have to do within a day. It's an amazing tool. Now I went through just quickly, oh, I did promise I would show one more thing, how to invite other team members. So when you've created your board, you want to click invite, and you can simply put that person's email address here, and Trello will send them an invitation to then join your board and sign up, and you're able to share everything within that board. You can also create a link and email themselves if you prefer. Simple, simple, simple. So once you have your different boards created, you can go back to your home screen. Let's say you have several boards that you want to use. Again, I use mine for coaching. If you want to, you can use it for whatever. It's just an amazing tool. It's going to help so much with your productivity, and there's so much that you can do with it. I highly, highly recommend Trello. Again, if you liked this video, you got some great information from it, please like it and share it with others, and be sure to subscribe to my channel so that you always have the latest and greatest information on the best tools and how to use them. And until next time, thanks.